Hello, hello. Bl'Artagnan here with Thrall of Darkness, the Xande Lost Chapter Lufenia. We're bringing a team that features no dark damage, so that's kind of neat. But we are using the Synergy BT, so, you know, it is what it is. Using a team of Exdeath, Terra, and Agrias. Pretty excited to do this. Looks like an interesting fight. Before we get into it, be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Both really help support the channel, and they mean a lot to me, so thanks for any support you can give. We're opening up with against these Ochus with the Judgment Blade there. We're going to be dropping that Faded Moly on them next turn in order to get that extra HP damage up. Take advantage of that. You'll see there we have the Sephiroth friend from my good friendless buddy Noobmaster69. Yes, that Noobmaster69. I'm assuming it's the one from Avengers. But his Sephiroth friend has been absolutely splendid for me, and continues to do great work. So I thank you, Noobmaster69, if you're watching this. I appreciate you. So this opening wave is a bit of a joke. It basically existed in the original event, and I guess in the Lost Chapter now too, because Xande has a wind-up period, and they wanted to give him that breathing room to just kind of wind up his skills and, you know, build up the stacks of his overhead. Feels a little out of place nowadays, I don't know. Now these guys, these dogs, these are the problems, aren't they? That orb is interesting. It goes +1 on break, +1 on dark damage. So it's the only way to actually make it increase is to hit them both with dark damage and break at the same time. Obviously selling Xande there. But that's okay. We have ways around this. Go ahead and lower their speed and get that bravery damage up with Sephiroth call. We're gonna paralyze them with Agrias because we don't really want them hitting us with the all attack. I actually goofed up, let them hit me with the all attack, and ended up finishing the fight without healing up the damage, so I missed the HP requirement the first time. Now we're going into that delicious Exdeath burst, and I love it. It's so satisfying to use. Set up the A beforehand so the attack's maxed, and as BC would say, womp. I'm pretty sure I mistimed that, but it's okay. Such a good EX, and then just the animation's so cool. Just hit him with that thing, and just it feels so good. I love this burst so much. Sorry, you're probably gonna have to get used to me doing that every time I use that weapon. Anywho, technically the boss has kind of got a turn there. This isn't exactly a no boss turn run as you've seen. I've been letting the bosses take turns, but it's you can call it a no boss action run thanks to Agrias. Now it's time to take advantage of this burst effect. It's really refreshing to be able to use Exdeath on a team of this style. Just really delightful. Gotta break these guys. We're actually going to use the Kurosame LD call first, because I want to have these guys both broken. I want to get rid of that shield as soon as possible, and I want to have A broken because we're going to be relying on him unbreaking naturally relatively quickly in order to set up what I have in mind here. So I actually wanted to make sure they were both broken, which in this case meant using the inferior call. So, you know, the damage does suffer a little bit on Terra's side because she's not enchanted with ice, but don't worry, we'll get around it. You'll see we have that Faded Moly, so they have the HP damage up anyway, Kurosame or not. We're going to be spamming our meltdowns. Got that speed down on them. The main reason I'm doing meltdown is because I think the animation's a little bit shorter, and the damage output with enough HP damage up becomes the same with 2 targets. I think it also has higher turn rate, which is just kind of nice to see there. We're able to kind of do some turn jumping here and there. The orb is back, and this is spooky. The orb went away for a bit, but it's back, and we don't like that. I'm going to use an AA just to kind of help with the plan I have in mind for the break order. I'm going to go ahead and continue spamming Meltdown here. Part of why we're spamming Meltdown is because we're going to be using Meteor for the last section of the fight. Now, here's why I said it was okay that Terra wasn't enchanted. We're going to actually bring in Hope Call here, which gives magic in peril, so Terra will still be hitting weakness. I wasn't super concerned with the few turns of not hitting weakness she was doing, especially since I was using Meltdown, which has a bunch of Brave gain and stuff anyway. Now here, this has worked out exactly as I was hoping it would. Go ahead and have a medium power launch here. So this fight, the orb can be pretty darn restrictive since you can only maintain it if you don't have dark damage on the team by just breaking them every turn. and there's only a few ways to break them every turn. Here's one of them, Sephiroth B2 Friend. Fun bit of trivia, if you try the zero eye brave strategy that I love so much, before they're at 80%, a weird interaction takes place, and they basically, they become unable to lose their shield because of just how it works. It's pretty rough, so if you're going to try a zero eye brave thing, wait until after they're below 80% in order to do it. Now we have 2 burst effects rolling. Only 1 turn left on the Exdeath burst, so we're going to want to make sure Terra takes as many turns as possible. Luckily, she's very good at doing that. No auras or support in the team, so she's not hitting for as hard as maybe she could be. I do need to spam Meteor here to make sure both of them are getting broken every turn. But it's okay, because while she's not maybe dealing as much damage as she could be, Exdeath is dealing 90k on each of them with his burst effect, and batterying Terra up on each turn. Second Sephiroth. Ugh, double trouble. So you can probably guess how the rest of this fight is going to go here. Sephiroth Friend is absolutely spectacular here. I probably could set my friend to Sephiroth, but doesn't feel right. Sorry, you're gonna have to put up with the Exdeath Friend if you're on my friends list. Sorry about that. You have to seek those Sephiroths elsewhere. But at this point, the bosses their turns are in who knows where. We got the HP damage up from Versami and Faded Moly, doing great stuff, so even though our brave hits may not be the strongest with Terra, they're getting the job done in terms of dealing out that HP damage. Sephiroth and Exdeath just standing there looking absolutely beautiful. Who needs burst effects when you have someone like Terra? So, that we're just about there. I'm gonna hit a nice juicy launch and finish it off in more or less the same style. They're fire dogging it up, but it's okay. Meltdown, then eat that shield and send them into the sky for the kill. There we go. Xande lost chapter. No dark damage on the team. I love Sephiroth and I love Exdeath. This has just been an absolute delight. There we go. There's that HP requirement. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Adios.